Hello fellow Terrarians, my name is Graham and today I'm going to show you how to beat the twins. Now as the name suggests, the twins are actually two separate entities which are held together by something called a tendril, which is actually pretty gross and reminds me of an umbilical cord. You're welcome for that imagery. Anyway, the twins' names are Retinazer and Spasmatism. Yeah, I know, thanks mum and dad. Both twins have their own attack pattern with their own individual kinds of attacks. So for instance, Retinazer prefers to stay above its victims and fires purple lasers downwards, whereas Spasmatism prefers to get up close and personal and charges at its victims while at the same time firing cursed fireballs which actually, if hit you, give you a cursed infernal debuff. Spasmatism is by far the most powerful of the two, at least in my opinion, and I would recommend taking him out first. Now one last thing about the twins before we move on to the arena. Much like their pre-hard mode counterpart, the Eye of Cthulhu, both twins have a secondary more powerful form which will activate if their HP reaches a certain level. This increases, well, everything. It increases their speed, their attack, and of course it changes the way they look, which is another reason why I would recommend taking one out first, because the last thing you want to do is be battling two twins in their secondary form. That would not be a fun day. Okay, now so this arena is probably the least complicated arena you could ever build. The only thing you will need, which may require some explaining, is the asphalt blocks, and I'll show you how to get them now. So if you've been following my tutorials, you'll have defeated your first mechanical boss already, the Destroyer, and by doing that, a new NPC should have joined you providing she has a house to move into, and that's the Steampunk NPC, and you can see her beside me now. Speak to her and buy this item. What this allows you to do is combine stone and slime together to make something called asphalt blocks, which will allow you to run incredibly fast, something that will majorly come in handy against the twins. Okay, so make around 2,000 to 3,000 of these bad boys and then just build one long sky bridge, and that is it. That is the arena. It's not complicated, and I will appreciate you'll have to collect lots of slime and lots of stone to do this, but trust me, it's worth it and it will help you out phenomenally. Okay, now last but not least, I would like to talk about the items and the armor I will be using for this boss battle. So if we go into my inventory now, we'll just have a quick look at what I'm using. So if we just take a look at the armor first of all, I will be using the hollowed armor. The recommended armor is the frost armor, but to be honest, that's a bit of a pain in the neck to get, and unless you're actually doing an expert battle, you don't need it. But if you are playing expert against the twins, then that is definitely the armor I would go for. I will be doing a frost armor tutorial fairly soon, so if you want to wait for that, you feel free. Otherwise you can check the wiki on how they're made, but I will be doing a tutorial on how to get the necessary items really quickly. And the accessories I will be using are the Hermes boots. Any speed boots will do, but it needs to be speed boots. And again, any wings will do. I'm using the harpy wings, but any wings will do. And that's pretty much it for accessories. All of these are irrelevant. These aren't even relevant to this boss battle. It's just speed boots and the harpy wings that will do me just fine in this battle. In terms of items and weapons, we'll just go from left to right. I will be using the Mega Shark, and that is going to be the main weapon I'm using. If you've not got a Mega Shark yet, please feel free to check out my Mega Shark tutorial, in which I'll tell you how to make that. I'll also obviously be using the Mechanical Eye to summon the boss. Now I'm not going to go too much into the Mechanical Eye, but if you just collect some Souls of Light, and you can combine them with some iron, I think it is, or what's the other one, lead, and it'll make the Mechanical Eye. Sometimes they drop from enemies as well. If you're wondering where to get the Souls of Light, you can actually get them in the Underground Hollow by defeating enemies, which is actually the same place you get the Crystal Shards, and I'll go into that in a moment. So in terms of bullets for my Mega Shark, I'm going to be using crystal bullets and Ichor bullets, and I've actually got them lined up in a specific way. So you can see here I've got 35 Ichor bullets, and the reason I've got so little is to actually give the Ichor debuff, or whatever it's called, against the twins, and basically lowers their defense, allowing the crystal bullets, which will then take effect, to do the damage. Once they've run out, I will repoison the twins, I guess is the term, and then again I'll go with the crystal bullets, and that should be more than enough to actually kill him. So just have a look at how many I've got lined up there and build as you see fit. If you're wondering how to build these bullets, the crystal bullets are actually the crystal shards combined with musket balls, and the ichor bullets are ichor combined with musket balls as well. And you can find ichor in the underground crimson. There's this horrible little icky thing that fires it at you. You kill him and you collect the ichor that way. I actually showed you in my mechanical worm video as well, I believe. So that's it pretty much for the loadout. I don't think I've missed anything. I have some potions as well, but that's a given. And that is pretty much it. If you have any questions in regards to my loadout or why I'm using specific items, feel free to ask. And as with everything, guys, there is multiple ways of doing it. This is just one way I'm showing you, but experiment, try different things. You know, that is what this game is all about. Now it's time to get on with the boss battle. And that is it. That is how you defeat the twins, guys. You can see at one point there I kind of struggled a wee bit when they kind of cornered me. That's why this road is so good. It lets you get in front. The one problem is if you try and run too fast, they end up despawning. So I was trying to prevent that from happening, and I actually kind of got caught by it. But let's have a look at what items we get here. So let's see, we get some hearts, we got some hollowed bars. Oh, we got the twin mask and the retinator trophy and the souls of sight. So that was actually quite a good haul. So we got the twin mask. Let's just show you what that looks like. That's what that looks like. And we got the retinator trophy as well. And of course, souls of sight. And as you can see, I've got plenty of those. And I'll show you in a future tutorial what they are used for. But that is it. I hope you found this helpful. If you have, please drop me a like. And why not subscribe for future videos just like this one. My name is Graham, and thanks for watching.